Just a bit longer, giving people time to come in. Okay, so last time we finally reached Frisco, only to have the train stolen. Yes, really, it's run away and it's in completely off the rails. We've been clearing up some side quests I'm aware of, most importantly doing the big stuff to help get one of the good endings. There's 3 things you have to deal with. There's necromancers, which we dealt with. There's a whole mess with the hell cows, which is what we last did. There's also the El Vibrato stuff, which I've looked a little bit into to make sure I'm not missing it. We actually can't finish that just now. Somewhere around here is where the last 3 places we need to go for that are. So for now, we should head back to Frisco. Well, that's certainly a way to start things. Wow. Well, I see this stream's off to a good start. And we saw we can't go in here. It's just nearly identical houses as far as the eye can see in that direction. Wait, there's something here. It's a flyer of some sort. Comedy flyer. You read the garbage. It turns out to be a flyer for a comedy shack up north of Frisco. You jot down the location on your map, then throw the flyer away. Okay, that's something. I don't think we talked to really anyone in here. No, wait. I don't think we did the spittoon. Oh boy, another spittoon. Let's go. What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you not to be the most disgusting person on Earth anymore. Let's go. Let's do this. Yes, search that filthy spittoon. You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy breast bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby. You pucker up and give the spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is there tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you, but even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend, and if it were legal in this country, I'd let you marry that spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it. But fortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it onto your head, drenching yourself in hot brown tobacco spit. Washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar, and slathering into all your underwear, and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe any more detail than that. You're the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. And the thing that's kind of disappointing is this is really a spellcaster item, so it's really useless for me. Hooray! That's a fight. Okay, so what are we fighting here? Right. That guy can't seem to hurt me. The guy with the gun is a problem, though. I think I can one-shot him. Okay, we're safe. Can I talk to this person? Lady has a rock in her whiskey. Whiskey on the rocks, huh? That was a little funny the first time I heard it today. So by now it should be a laugh riot, right? Seriously though, why are you ruining that whiskey with that rock? I'm not here to drink, I'm doing important research. What kind of research do you do? I'm testing the effects of various liquids on hypercrystalline homomorphic diorites. Today's liquid is ethanol. Maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm guessing you're some kind of scientist. Good guess. Specifically, I'm a arcanogeologist. Magical rocks. Hey, not bad. You got in one. Dr. Josie Morton at your service. Hi, I'm Larry Scott. My second guess was going to be buttholes, but rocks don't have those. Not typically, no. Morton, huh? Any relation to that Emperor guy? Who? There's a weirdo outside calling himself Emperor Norton. Are you asking me if I'm related to someone because our last names rhyme? Well, not anymore. Have you met the professor? The guy researching El Vibrato out in Gustavson Gulch? That's him. His work is really intriguing, but our fields of study don't overlap as much as you'd expect. No? I thought El Vibrato would be right up your alley. There's all kinds of magical rocks and that stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, but those rocks are heavily modified by El Vibrato. Owens, my interest is in magical rocks in their naturally occurring state. Ah, I see. How's your whiskey experiment going? Not great, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting much. This test should really be done with pure ethanol, but it's hard to get that out here. So I'm trying whiskey, just for the heck of it. But the impurities in it would screw up my findings even if I had any. Well, that's a shame. Hey, your rock just turned blue. Oh, that's unrelated. Hypercrystalline amorphic diorite turns blue every 23 minutes. I have a colleague who's patented a design for a watch based on that property of it, but a 23-minute watch isn't very useful. Plus, you know, the whole cancer thing. Wait, what? Cancer? Yeah. Do you think I wasn't drinking this because of the flavor? It's because I don't want a tumor that can yell its own name. Wow. Need any help with your experiments? Sure, I can always use more samples. If you find any interesting rocks, bring them to my house, which we've just discovered. What counts as interesting? I haven't seen any rocks that turn blue. Oh, just anything a rock doesn't ordinarily do, moving around on its own, defying gravity, displaying rudimentary intelligence. What about a rock that plays the banjo? Have you seen a rock that plays the banjo? No, I was just what-ifing. Jeez Louise, don't get my hopes up like that. Well, I'll swing by if I find any interesting rocks. Excuse me. Stupid phone spam. She pays her tab, fishes the rock out for whiskey, and leaves. You decide there's no sense in throwing the bathwater out with the baby, and you pocket the whiskey. We have whiskey without the rocks. Dr. Morton told you this whiskey was poisonous, but you figure all whiskey is technically poisonous. So how much worse could this really be? Nice. Oh, hey, what's this? Sorry, no darts. I think I've already talked to him, so nothing new here. Well, let's check the comedy shack first. See a wisp of smoke rising above the pines nearby and spur No Name over to investigate. Source is a little shop nestled deep in the forest, almost as though the proprietor doesn't want customers to find it. You jot the location down on your map so you don't forget where it is. We'll get to that later. Oh, partner wants something. Howdy, Susie. Don't know of any ranches out in this way specifically, but if I had to guess, I'd say there's one out that way. You think it's worth following up a guess like that? There's good land out that way, and there's plenty of folks looking to make life for themselves. I can't imagine if you left empty Olive Garden's homestead. I am slightly dreading where this is going to go. And I guess if we're getting anything, it's a reminder we can't do soup stock until I find a wrench. Nice hat. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Wasco Shafter is the name, and comedy's a game. Are you here for a real thigh-slapping good time? Why do I have the sinking feeling he will literally hit me if I select this? Okay, he didn't. Okay, so a skeleton walks into a bar, and the bartender says, wait, it's a horse, not a skeleton, sorry. Anyways, after the bartender asks the horse, hey, why is your face so long, buddy? Ugh. I hear another one? You get one more try, because it's cheap. All right, a guy walks into a bar, and the bartender says, sorry, we don't serve goblins here. Oh, I forgot to mention the guy's a goblin. Anyway, the end. Oh my god. I hear another one? Rule of 3. Okay, here's a good one. Take my wife, please. Please? No. I suspect there's something here. I just don't know. Let's see what's out here. Let's get the hideaway first, and then we'll start working our way back south. Strange noise over the next hill makes you pause. It sounded kind of like a gunshot, but less bang and more peow. You creep up to the spot cautiously and find a goblin fiddling with a large pistol with magical sigils engraved all over it. Goblin seems to be adjusting one of the sigils with a small engraving chisel. Hello, what are you doing? Goblin takes aim at a nearby tree and fires. A bolt of magical sparkles hits the tree, and the goblin looks pretty satisfied. We'll try to talk to it. After some gesturing, you manage to establish the goblin is willing to sell you the gun, and after further gesturing, involving a whole lot of fingers, you manage to establish that the price is 600 meat. I don't use pistols, but why the hell not? Goblin engraves one more sigil on the gun before giving it to you, but you think maybe it's just their initials. Cool. This shop has clearly seen better days. Howdy. Name's Halloway. Hab Halloway. Sorry for the jittering. I ain't seen another person in a long time. That's not surprising. This place is pretty secluded. What do you do here? Mostly I sell pine cones to squirrels. What? Well, alright. Halloway chews on something he had stored away in one of his cheeks. What? What? Let me see what you're selling. This is literally a debuff. There's needles, which are always nice. I guess we'll take the... You know what? Take a bow tie. Take the pine cone unless we somehow find a use for it. They're cheap enough. I don't need the pickaxe or shovel because I have one of each already. I shouldn't go traipsing through this woman's garden without granting permission. Howdy, hi stranger. Name's Larry. Hi Larry, I'm Olive. Olive Garden. Nice garden you got here, Olive. Why thanks. Looks delicious. I don't grow them to eat. I just grow them to grow them. In fact, if you've got the know-how, you're welcome to harvest anything you'd like. Thanks. Sure thing, hon. Well, I'm always happy to meet another cactus aficionado. Do you know there's more than 2,000 different breeds of cactus? All different shapes and sizes, and all different colors of flowers, too. I'll be. Know what sort of cactus to look for. They'll help you survive out in the desert for quite a while, too. They collect and store a lot of drinkable water, and several varieties bear edible fruit. That's fascinating. And that's even before we get into their medical uses. Did you know if you sterilize cactus spines over hot coals, you can use them for sutures? Although you have to be careful because there's a couple breeds whose spines are actually venomous. Well, I'll be darned. Did you know these Guaro cactuses, those are tall ones with the arms that you probably picture when you think about cactuses, generally live to be 160 or 170 years old, sometimes as old as 200 years. Heck, they aren't even considered adults until they're 125. Gosh. You probably think I'm silly, but I kind of think of these cactuses as pets. They're like my big green prickly children. Well, a lot easier to take care of, obviously. People probably think of me as weird, as that weird cactus lady that lives outside of town, but that doesn't matter to me so long as I've got my needle babies. You know, if you love cactuses so much, why don't you marry one? Larry, you're definitely not the first person to suggest that, and I'll tell you what, I would absolutely positively marry a cactus if I could find one that wanted to marry me. We have someone. We have someone. Can I? Let me just click through this real quick. Okay. I think I have to go talk to him back in Dirt Water. Meanwhile, plenty of harvesting XP. Actually, you know what? Can we get foraging 3? Yes, we can. There we go. Okay, time to go all the way. Get this, okay. Howdy, say, I don't reckon you found me a cactus lady yet. Ooh, we found one. I found just a gal for you, Bill. Do you mean it, Larry? Sure do. She's a cactus-loving Larry named Olive Garden, and she's a real peach. Give Cactus Bill direction out to Olive's ranch, and he hitches a ride on the very next passing stagecoach. Godspeed, Cactus Bill. Is he there if we go back right now? Nope, something to power up. Oh, cool, we got energized. And we learned some words. Those are useful. Hey, Bill, I see you found the place. Found the love of my life, and it's all thanks to you, Larry. Yes, thank you. It was love at first sight. We got married right away. That was quick. Well, I'm just glad to have helped someone find happiness in this desolate wasteland. Good luck to you both. Okay, where haven't I been? Dr. Morton's house. Gotta find a crowbar and a wrench at some point. That's a lot of rocks. Some kind of drilling machine. Seems to have taken a real beating. That doesn't seem natural. There's some weird-looking boots on this workbench. Hey, Josie, what's up with these boots? Oh, it's just an invention I lost interest in. What do they do? They're supposed to make you run really fast, but I couldn't get any significant boost out of them. We do have the stats needed for this. You're so close, though. Oh, yeah? Sure, just gotta hook this wire up to this spring, twist this flange a little, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, clever. I'm still not interested in them. You can keep them if you want. We have boost boots. These boots are augmented with various electrical thingamajigs. Wearing them is like having somebody constantly shooting at your heels. Thanks. Fancy high-tech electric light. These new lamp things usually need to be plugged into something. Yes, but I modified these to run on ambient candlelithic radiation. You can see how they work more reliably the closer they are to that diuretic resonator on the floor there. Yes, I understand this. This rock is clearly something special. This was once a dining table, but now it's just a bad horizontal filing cabinet. You can ask about the lights. It's a bed made of stone. Ow. A bedrock, a bedrock, if you will. She's really committing to the whole geology thing. The water in this vanity has been replaced with some kind of solvent. You have no idea there were so many books about rocks. Let's talk to the doctor. We're not worried. Right now, I'm mostly interested in pushing forward towards the end and finding those 3 sites for the El Vibrato stuff. I'm hoping tonight I can finish the game. Or if we get close, I might just do it tomorrow. Hi there, Dr. Morton. Oh, hi, Larry. Did you find any interesting rocks for me? Not yet, but I'm keeping an eye out. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks. Did I check the mine? I can't remember. What? It doesn't say new, so I probably did. But we did find a fort. We should see the fort. Fort unnecessary. Somebody arrange these cannons haphazardly and let them out in the rain. Excuse me, need a drink. A harried-looking young woman in a military outfit darts in front of the door as you enter. Oh no, I can't be having any more misfits in this jerk ward. You can either swear to me that you're halfway competent, heck, even a quarter, and that you'll help sort out this crew of no-hopers, or you can turn right back around and march double time. Yeah, sure, I'll help. I'm going to hold you to that promise. Come on in, I'm Captain Harriet Davenport. My name's Larry Scott. What's the problem, Cap? Problems. Welcome to Camp Foo Bar. Oh, that's bad. Where all the Army's idiots and rejects are sent so that they're out of the way. I have had it up to my eyeballs trying to run this place. Please help these morons figure out their malfunctions so that they can muster out of here and leave me in peace. And give me some details. We need to talk to them individually for more information, but the brief is, we got a scout who's blind as a bat, a cook who can't figure out how to make corned beef hash on toast, a guy who can't load and fire a cannon without it blowing up or maybe shooting backwards, a guy who somehow, and I can't for the life of me figure it out, is too bow-legged to ride a horse, and a kid who was sent here because he can't figure out how to tie a bow tie. Huh, I think we accidentally solved this one already. Oh, and just to put the icing on the cake, we have infinite goblins living in our storage shed. Wow. Okay, I begin to see the scope of your complaint. Pal, you are not just whistling Dixie. So, what'd you do to get sent here? You can hear her teeth grinding as she growls at you. Do not ask. Okay, well, I'll just take a look around then. This guy squints real hard at you as you approach. Howdy, do I know you? Your fuzzy silhouette doesn't seem familiar. Nope, I'm just passing through. What did you do here? Well, I'm supposed to be a scout, but I went and broke my only pair of glasses. Well, I can't see a dang thing. I have binoculars. Maybe these will help. Takes the binoculars and peers at you through them. I'll be, this ain't half bad. Lights up the top of the watchtower and looks around. They work! I can see a dang thing! Hooray! Nice view from up here. Okay, nothing. There's a nameplate on the desk that says General What's-His-Name. The desk is basically empty, but you do find an old medal discarded in one of the drawers. A Medal of Adequacy. This medal was awarded to General Francis What's-His-Name for his wholly undistinguished service. Huh. You know what? That's 7 across the board. I'll take it. Let me see. My armors. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, from what I know, there are I actually looked it up on the wiki real quick to make sure I didn't screw up or miss anything. From what I could tell, there's 3 places left where I can do stuff, and that'll hopefully finish the quest. It's the only thing I really want to do before we hit the ending, since it's one of the 3 big quests that has a big impact on it. You shoot yourself a wink. Hit. Howdy. Hi, what's wrong? Oh, gee willikers. I had a pretty good job as the general's personal assistant, but I got fired and reassigned here. What happened? Everything was great at first. I'm pretty good at scheduling, and I can write shorthand and on an A-plus boot polisher, but then the general went and decided he looked more serious and sophisticated with a bow tie, and he expected me to do the tying for him. No good? Nope, I can't. I can do a sheep shank and a bowline and a clover hitch, but for the life of me, I can't get a bow tie to look right. General sent me out here with me with one to practice and said not to come back till I got it. Well, I did get the clip-on, so give him a clip-on. Yeah, bow ties are a real bastard to tie right. Whoever invented that was a jerk. Here, try his clip-on instead. Tell General will save precious minutes he can use for generaling. Neat, okay, thanks. Good luck. Yeah, if the game's not going to tell us, I can probably just do wanders from those 2 locations and we'll find them. Howdy, Private Cooker. How appropriate. Well, it would be if I knew how to cook, like even a little bit. What seems to be the problem? What seems to be the trouble? We've only got 2 ingredients here, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to combine them. Or the ingredients, corned beef hash and toast. Didn't we do something like this very early in the game? Well, have you thought the toast as... Yeah, I'm going to have to go with shingle. Corned beef as... Oh? Corned beef hash under, no, next to, no. Sorry, okay. Sure, let's try again. Ahead. Let me just see, roadmap. Oh, nope. Your elbow. A hole in the ground. I should know anyway. Oh, shoe and shinola, right. Of course, I put the corned beef on the toast, just like shinola on a shoe. I get it now, thank you. All in a day's work. Would be cruel to loot these people's supplies, but I want to. Shouldn't take their food, they'd probably never be able to get any more. This horse has 4 left legs. Hey, you're pretty bow-legged, bud. Howdy, they call me Private Bowlegs. I can see why. You seem uncomfortable. You ain't kidding. Look at my legs. They've bent so far out I can't hardly touch both knees at once. Walking hurts like a dickens. Captain said it keeps you from riding a horse. Yep, they're too wide. Horse slips right out between them. Huh. I think I could ride a mule, though, what with him being a tad lower to the ground. I'm just going to bend his legs back, which sounds incredibly painful, but whatever works. You don't need a mule. This is fixable. Hold still a minute. Huh? Well, okay. There's some grunts from you and some cries of pain from him. You normalize his legs. Ow, great jumping Jiminy, man. Oh, don't be a baby. Look, they're much straighter now. I guess I can't deny that. He winces as he mounts a nearby horse and rides out of the camp. Hooray! Howdy, what's the haps? I'm supposed to be a cannoneer, but I'm terrible at loading cannons. They always explode, except not the way they're supposed to explode, or else they don't explode at all. The only time I ever got one to fire right, the cannonball knocked my sheriff's hat off, and he was standing behind me. I still can't figure out how that happened. So they assigned me to this loser squad and said I can't report back for a proper duty until I figure out how to load a cannon right. Fortunately, I had cannon loading for idiots, so I'll give them the book. Here, maybe this will help. Oh, well, let's see. Flip through the pages, which have big numbered diagrams. Oh, you take the stick back out before you put the cannonball in. Well, that certainly sounds easier. I'll just leave him to figure it out. He carefully follows along the directions in the book and successfully fires a cannonball over the wall of the fort. I did it! Wow, great, thanks a lot. I'm going to get my new assignment right away. Cool, good luck. Oh, yeah, someone's been having trouble. Can I go in here? A sign in the front says important gun storage, no goblins. You open the door crack and take a peek. Naturally, the shed is crammed full of goblins. To the ceiling. They're barely recognizable as individual goblins. We're just going to leave that alone. Great job. That's everyone dealt with and out of here. And that means I'm finally out of this hellhole too. If we ever cross paths again, I really owe you one. Captain Davenport frisbees her clipboard, snaps you a salute, and marches out of the fort. All a day's work. So the tricky thing is we have nowhere to go right now. You know what? We're pretty close to Frisco. Let's do a wander and see if anything shows up. Okay, jeweler's cabin. Hello, welcome to Master Gerald's jewelry shop. Howdy, are you Master Gerald? Oh no, Master Gerald is back there at his workbench. I'm just his assistant and translator. Goblin Jewelsmith? He says that's right, finest jeweler in the territory. Well, what do you know? I don't see anything on display though. Master Gerald only does bespoke work. If you bring in sufficient valuable gemstones, he'll craft it into a fine ring for you, for a fee. Oh, here's what I got. Gerald takes a look at a rock shop with you. I have... Yeah, you know what? I have enough to just turn them both in, so we'll turn the crystal into something. Kind of useless. Let's give him the other one. Not terrible. I've been going last in fights lately, so maybe I should throw that on. Sir Gerald apologizes, but there's nothing here he can work with. Oh well, thanks anyway. Welcome back. If you want any gemstones, no, never mind. Oh, hey. Free XP. Actually, no, I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and cap off thick skin. And let's start boosting attack damage. We might as well just max all the miscellaneous skills and maybe start doing some of the combat skills. Beef up would be a good one because I use it so much. And the old 1, 2, 3 while I'm at it. It's a good make the bad thing go away skill. Okay, so I might end up regretting this. Damn ghost won't get me. I'll hammer you back into the grave where you belong. Let's spook him. Stand up in your stirrups and point at the man angrily. Fool, your mortal hammer cannot touch my ghostly incorporeal form. Begone lest I wrench thy spirit from its meaty shell. What? Boo! Ah! He fades dead away. After checking to make sure this isn't literal, you take a sledgehammer. You know, just to make sure he doesn't hurt anybody with his weirdo ghost mania. It's a sledgehammer, and it wants to be your it. Wow, does anyone here remember Peter Gabriel? Or is that just a me thing? Alright. Okay, he's only saying the train went somewhere. Okay, if I follow the tracks, I think that's endgame, so we're not going to do that. You're shouting distance behind you, a thunder of hooves. A riderless horse is racing towards you, reins flapping, which I can grab. You manage to snag the reins as the horse sprints past and are yanked out of your saddle. The horse drags you for maybe 100 yards before you get your legs under you and put up a fight and eventually haul the beast to a stop. Tired and bruised, you lead the horse back to where its owner is anting up the road towards you. A massively overweight man who is sweating profusely in the desert heat and smells like dead cheese. No wonder the poor horse was so eager to get away. It's ghost cows. Okay, hatch up real quick. That's the one you'll definitely kill to keep the damage to a minimum. More stuff to fight. Yeah, I'm not even gonna... Maybe I should have. Oh, whatever. I doubt he can hit that hard. Come on. Power something up, get energized again. More words, those are going to be very useful sooner or later. That's a lot of XP, so let's just go here real quick so I can do a little character stuff. Okay, I need a bit more XP before I can max Tough Customer. Hey, you're sure the mine's not the... Actually, let me check the abandoned mine again, because... Alright, I need a wrench. Where can I get a wrench? I swear there was one of the mines where I thought I saw it. Yeah, actually, I thought there was something I can lockpick and soup stock load, which might have it. Because I'm betting that's for the vibrato mine I need to go into, but I don't have... Yeah, if I pick the lock? I thought so! Also, this means I might be able to finish this quest while I'm here. Let's go have a look. You see 3 different sized bolts on the side of the elevator, which are all very loose. Their sign says 3,200 pounds pressure required, and some sort of gauge which currently reads 0, whatever that means. Gauge analysis 411. 706. 867. What do we want? We want 3,200. I guess that's too much pressure at this point. Darn. 211, 295, 4. This one's fully tightened. Yeah, it's too much. I doubt I really need to go down here, and I don't feel like trying to puzzle this out. So instead, we go back to the abandoned mine, because I know I have what I need. Riding along the trail, you pass two cowboys who are shooting craps. By which I mean they're having a contest to see whose horse can crap the furthest. We're just walking away from that. Now, with a little work, I can align the wrench, ride it down. Oh, hey, first aid supplies. Thank you. Switch has long since rusted away to uselessness. Switch has long since rusted away to uselessness. Not that it was all that useful before, given the track layout. Gonna have to fight these snakes to get through here. Okay. If you're looking up the puzzle solution, yeah, go ahead and just dump it in chat and I'll go try it real quick. I mean, if I wanted to, I can go tab out, break out notepad and a calculator, but it's just I don't feel like it. You. Anyone heard that? There is a cat in my room right now. He's looking at me. Oh, I also probably have more than enough to finish Tough Customer. There we go. Okay, nope. Fritz, you can't come over here right now. I am so sorry. Let me finish up when I'm here first, and I'll look into that. Oh, right, because I have mind explaining, so I get XP. Wish I knew to do that earlier. Oh, well. Some kind of drilling machine. Uh-oh. It's a cultist camp. Hey. Stop. Hey! Fritz! Look, I love you too, but I'm a little busy right now, okay? Please do not try to climb into my lap right now. I am sorry. The note says, Dear Jeff, got called up north to deepest delve. See you soon. Praise be Roberto. Sincerely, Jeff. This place seems poorly ventilated for a campfire. Yeah, that's why no one's here. Loot the mining gear. Got a load stone ring. Coffee. What's up with these weird rocks? El vibrato responders going off. Oh, yeah. Punch cards, very useful. Will handles over in a moment. Big cylinder, we'll probably have a use for it. More stuff. It says central storage facility. Anyway, I'll go hand in those punch cards, but first... go to Fort Treason, if I can remember where that is. Okay, that's way up there. Tell you what, tell you what. You want to say anything to my audience? He just bumped the mic, guys. I think he likes you. Look, I love you too, but now's really not the time for this, okay? There you go. I'm patting your head a little bit, but if you don't mind, I'm trying to do a thing here, okay? Don't bite my hand. I have to loot all the lockers so that we quit. Thank you. Military class school ring. Key to P.O. Box 114. And a diary. Most of Private Matthew's diary is empty pages, ink splotches, and latrine duty again, blah blah blah. Near the end, though, you start to see notes about the fort's commanding officer, Captain Simon, going off the deep end, as Matthew puts it. Being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere doing nothing is driving Captain freaking bug nuts. When the captain eventually decided that nearby ranch, occupied by a solitary woman and her book collection, was actually an enemy spy outpost, Matthew felt compelled to warn the woman, but was too worried about getting court-martialed to give her any specific details of the looming threat. In an attempt to prevent an imminent cannon bombardment of the ranch, Matthew stole some ballistic charts and hid them in a post office box during a shore leave in Dirtwater. This place doesn't have any damn shore, he comments. What the hell? Unfortunately, the cannons had already been calibrated, and when Matthew returned to the camp, he discovered the shelling had already begun. In the last entry, he declares his intention to start a mutiny, but the entire ends were no conclusion to the story. Interesting. Okay, if I plant I should have a flare, so let's just go to the ranch. Actually, wait, nope. First, I want to go to the Dirtwater post office. Let me do the post office first to hand that key in while I'm still thinking about it, then I'll go. Just let me check. It's 114 in case I have to say it specifically. Open 114. Fort Treason Ballistics chart. This is a chart for army guys that explains how to more effectively destroy things from a distance. The chart is full of details on the precision firing of demics and artillery cannons. You know what? I bet I can blow a vault door at Alexandria Ranch open if you can figure out a way to target it. Ooh, good idea. Okay, Alexandria. Alexandria Ranch is up here. So, where the heck was that vault again? Here's the vault. We place the targeting flare. We go back to Fort Treason. Look closely. Insert the cannonball. Peer through the rangefinder and the distant smoke of your targeting flare. You consult the ballistics chart and turn the little knobs and cranks and stuff to the appropriate places. Round to your pack and find a match. Light it up. If that didn't open the vault door, then those grapes are probably sour anyway. Books and books and books. Percussive maintenance. Managed cow punching. How to cheat at poker. Which is to say, how to play poker. Gold medal silversmithing. I need 2 needles, but we have an easy way to get those. Let's just... No, not the silver plater. It was the silversmith's house. I can easily make 2 more needles. Make needles. Oh, it gave me 2 exactly. Perfect. Excuse me, drink time. Rich vein, poor vein. The best love poem ever written. I wonder about that. So let's see. I now have percussive maintenance. You can fix things easy. That'll probably skip the valve puzzle. So we'll go do that. When you're done reading it, you notice that the book's spine is cracked. You try to fix it by hitting it really hard, but you end up just smashing the book to powder. Whoops. It's, yeah, this is just free XP at this point. Hey, I wasn't done yet. This gives me the dirty poker skill. You've learned how to cheat at the weird variant of poker they play in these parts. You will almost certainly get caught. Let's hit the tables. Rich vein, poor vein. This is a copy of a popular financial advice book from a few years ago. It's rare now because of various crusades to destroy every copy of it. Vainglorious. Oy, that pun is terrible. Keep up the good work. You know how to get a lot more meat from meat veins. That would have been nice earlier. Unfortunately, the book was so old and crumbly that reading it once caused it to be destroyed. So much for literary preservation. Tragic. Gold medal smithing. The book's written by an expert jeweler to be bronze, details advanced techniques in melting silver things and turning them into other silver things. I feel West can smith a little, but you can do a lot. You make extra silver bullets when crafting them, but I don't use my gun, so... After you finished reading it, you absentmindedly drop it in a nearby mailbox and are unable to retrieve it. Happy birthday, Mr. Postman. Dust jacket of this book is missing, so I can't tell you who wrote it. Love poem is so good you're afraid to even read it because you might fall in love with the book. Okay. Actually, it just occurred to me, I think I have a postcard. Let's go turn that in before I go doing anything else. Okay, a package for the last one I sent. Oh, I'd like to send a postcard. Thanks. Do I have anything else? Okay, that was my last postcard, and if I open this... Oh, skill book, free XP. Speaking of, do I have enough for anything right now? Max level beef up, that's good. And I'll start buffing the old 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. I'll keep that in mind if we need it, though we're at a point where I don't think we have much need for meat left. Let me think. Let me think. Where was that puzzle again? Was that soup stock load? If anything, getting the rest of the soup would be good. Oh yes, smack the elevator into shape because we have percussive maintenance. All in the day's work. We can break through this with a pickaxe. Oh, this was in our El Vibrato area. We have a keystone. It gives us some fluid. Invincible organic fluid, something offline. We'll give it the fluid. Organic sustenance, organic sedative, organic refreshment, organic fluid return. I'm going to take the fluid back for now because I'm not sure what to make of this just yet. There are hundreds of snakes lounging around in this pool of hot soup. Okay, that's just a fight closet. Heat resistance. Okay, that should be all 5, so we can just go to Breadwood and hand that in. Got him right here. Lifesaver, I was about ready to gnaw my own beard off. That'd be a shame. Mirror looks pretty relaxed now that camp only has one problem. Leave him to his relaxation, and it should just be, yeah, the bad lumber deal. Oh, wait. I think Dutch oven is where the thing was. No, this is the quick gate. The well must have been. Because we have a lot of punch cards so we can pick up a... Hand over all your bread or I'll bludgeon you to death. Like bread, huh? Yeah, it's kind of my thing. I'm afraid if you order your bread, I'll turn you into croutons, and I'll turn those croutons into breadcrumbs, and I'll feed those breadcrumbs to ducks. Not ducks! Down we go. Yeah, education facility. Pipeline. You have nothing else to learn from that kind of card, so... Okay, we've got all the small punch card. How about the large punch card words? Terry Chrono Key. Positronic Toggle. Okay, at this point I'm guessing we know the entire language then, because it's saying there's nothing more to learn. Current teleporter destination education facility. We can go to drone fabrication, equipment fabrication, secondary storage, auditory nuisance containment, but I think we're done here for now. Now that we can understand everything, I guess we can double check the quick gate real quick. North Central Positonic Reactor Quick Gate Facility. Quick Gate online, there's a toggle. Quick Gate offline, Quick Gate offline. Okay. Does this say anything? No. North Central Positonic Reactor online. Alright. I guess the next thing to do would be to start searching around the comedy shack to see if I can get those other El Vibrato places to show up. Wait, what? Must have misclicked on something. Actually, let me check something. Okay, Dirty Poker is a skill I need to level up. Now, if I wander here... Alamo Rent-A-Mule. Okay, we can check that at least. This year's model. What? Oh. Needles! Could have used these two earlier, but whatever. Looks like this is where you go to rent a mule, just judging from the sign, you know. Oh, this would have been an alternative for the, for that one fort quest with the bow-legged guy, but I was able to just fix him. Can I help you? Never mind. It's a list of features you can pay extra for on renting mules, such as two-way sneeze through wind vent. Huh? Oh, great, another customer. If I didn't have enough to deal with already, what with the paperwork of the heat and the mule bites, and somebody keeps stealing my lunch out of the employee icebox, and my Rick Knuckle is acting up again. Gosh. Sure would be nice to get a little peace and quiet, but nope, I've got to stand here at this counter all day, and the hardwood floor isn't helping my... I can't even pronounce that. Let me tell you, don't even get me started on what they pay around here. The mules eat better than I do. Uh-huh. And if all that wasn't bad enough, I went and dropped my daughter's birthday present down a stupid hole at that stupid mine, and will anyone go and get it for me? Yeah, right. Want me to go get it? Ooh, we heard mention of this, so we kind of want to go here. Wait, did a miracle just occur? I can hardly believe it. What'd you lose? Oh, where'd you lose it? Oh, it's not far from here, a place called Deepest Delve Mine. I was looking to scavenge some free string to tie up the package with and dropped it. And of course, because it's a bracelet, it's round, so of course it rolls into a hole under some kind of stupid machine. Ugh. Okay, I'll check it out. Also, free needle. Origin 3, so we can get a banana. You slam on no names brakes because you're pretty sure you just saw a floating banana. Hop down to investigate. It turns out it's not floating, but perched precariously atop a thin stalk. Picking it could be risky. Coal Smasher 5000 here. This weird shaft thing goes down further than you could see. Anything this way? Ooh, looks like they're... That's interesting. A gas cap. Looks like a cap for a bottle of pills, which smells like kerosene. It's probably a cap of a bottle of kerosene to pills. That makes sense. Impassable cave-in. Don't even try to pass it, because you can't. Shaft has collapsed, but there's a rope leading down through the rubble. Yeah, that's the other side of the cave-in. Floor-to-ceiling shaft. It's probably for the coal thing outside. I have percussive maintenance. The elevator has a lot of stuff wrong with it, which we'll just beat it back into shape. You hit the elevator in all the right places, it starts up like it's surprised. Oh, this place is big. Just a bunch of worthless leftovers. It's a nice cupboard, but it's bare. It's vibrato cultists. The cultists are really going to town with the whispering and tracing of spirals in the air and generally being really creepy cult weirdos. They seem too preoccupied with their spooky nonsense to notice you. Unfortunately, they're blocking your path. I bet if I throw the cult leader mask on... Ah! These cultists are really going to town... Yeah. As you approach, one of them notices your square mask and gasps. A chosen one! A chosen one, the others echo and whispers. Yep, that's me, alright. Move aside, please. I need to get to whatever's at the other end of this room. It's not move. We are tracing the spiral. Pull rank on him. You dare defy me? Me? One of our masters chosen? Whoops, sorry, I have a cold. What I meant to say was, of course, chosen one. We salute your dark presence. She shakes the others by the shoulders and they all shuffle out of your way and then out of the room entirely. You forget it. The big cross made of El Vibrato stuff. Its precise lines and corners stand in marked contrast to the altar. Makes your eyes spin involuntarily when you look at it. I'll show you a piece of color. Rumming with plot significance. I think we'll just keep the mask on for now, because I'm expecting more cultists down here. Toilet. Toilet is remarkably clean for being underground. This toilet is unsurprisingly very dirty. There's a bunch of cultists here whispering to themselves and tracing spirals in the air. 6 of them to be exact. You start to push past the cultists. Hey, don't... Oh, chosen one. This is a great honor. Yeah, thanks. Blessings to the master and spirals and stuff be upon you or whatever. Scram, please. But this is the hour of prayer. We can't leave for any reason. We pull rank again. All of you need to get out of my way right now or I will cast your souls into the devouring maw of ultimate void. That doesn't sound good. No, it's very, very bad. Wait, what happens there? Oh, just let your imagination run wild. Hey guys, new orders. We need to scram. Thank you. Looking at this altar makes your stomach spin. The central spiral has nauseating optical illusion effect that makes it look like it's spinning even though it isn't. You feel like if you get too close, you may fall right into it. I guess we'll keep that in mind for now. Maybe there's something else we're in the mind we can make use of. This thing is really heavy, but we can push it. Child's bracelet. That's the thing we want to turn back into Alamo. That's probably for the coal thing up top. We'll get to it in a moment. I'm on 3. We go to 4. There's a whole crowd of cultists here, muttering and doing creepy Tai Chi. Alright guys, break it up, move along. A square mask, a chosen one. That's right, and I've got things under control here, so you can all go find something else to do. But the ritual requires at least 8 people. We pull rank on them. Oh, la-di-da, look who thinks he knows a thing or two about occult rituals. Are you telling me, a chosen one, that you know the business better than I do? No, I mean no disrespect. You better not, or I'll have your skull filled with beetles or something. Jeez, that sounds really uncomfortable. Get out of here, all of you. And they flee. I also have a lot of XP, so... I'm not going to bother with Dirty Poker because I don't think I have any use for it. Instead, I'm going to save up to get the old 1, 2, 3 capped. That is a big stat check. This pile of rocks is really seriously mortared together. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from the crossbar. You insert this keystone into the crossbar. Also, at this point, I could probably put my Pope hat back on. West Roberto containment power. This I want to turn on. This shaft goes down further than you can see. The cross-shaped El Vibrato device is going crazy. Snaps into place of its own accord. Unsettling. East Roberto containment power offline. The trunk ring has detected. Main terminal. So here's a question. This is the east one. Where's the west? Hey, Alden, feel free to look up where the west containment is so I can go there. Activate the winch. Button labeled smash. This is a chunk of coal that has had a tremendous amount of pressure applied to it. Now all you need is a few hundred years and you'll have a great big diamond. Oh, the time thing I could probably make use of, but no. Okay, you think it's one of the two places out here? Because when I said west, I figured it'd be somewhere like way over here, but I'm pretty sure we hit every vibrato site out there, so let's go back to the shack. A skeleton. Oh, here we go. I apologize to skeleton. Sorry, I kind of expected skeletons to be mindlessly aggressive. Doesn't that strike you as a bit racist? Sorry, it's not exactly your fault that you don't know any better. Ever since the damn necromancer got elected, he's been doing nothing but giving skeletons a bad reputation. Elected? Yeah, he started raising all these new skeletons and set them loose to rampage around. And of course, natural-born skeletons like yours truly get lumped in with them. Makes me sick. Natural-born? Anyway, I'm getting out of here while the gang's good, moving to Canada. Say, you didn't vote for that jerk, did you? Actually, I destroyed him not long ago. It wasn't even all that tough. You destroyed him? Wow, I don't know what to say. I don't have to move now. Now, you deserve some kind of hero's reward, friend, but I'm afraid all I have are these campaign buttons. Necromancers. I hate them. This is a button that proudly proclaims your antagonism towards the maniacal wizard whose evil plan is to raise an army of corpses and take over the world. It's apparently an unpopular opinion in some circles. Aw, thanks. It's just nice to have your efforts appreciated. Well, I sure do. I'm gonna go tell all my friends. Skeleton waves and runs back the way she came. Bye. Also, how am I on XP right now? No. Yeah, so if I keep wandering from the shack, this should. I'll get to that later. I want to find at least one of the things. Curious Flat Plain. I think there's another one called, like, Curious Mountain. But I actually need 30 Moxie. How am I on Moxie right now? I could actually just use one Moxie, so... Do I have, like, any... I still have a lot of stomach. Do I have anything that'll give me... Oh, wow. This is just 9 across the board? You're going ape over the banana you just ate. Okay, there we go. That should be enough to see me get down there. I'd keep going, but I'm not animated for climbing. This ladder is missing about 70% of its rungs. So dangerous. Call OSHA. Nah, I don't mind using food because I'm barely using it as is. Ugh, this poor explorer didn't make it down the ladder in one piece. Bunch of elevator stuff. The punch cards are useless now. This is definitely one of the largest hexagons you've ever seen. Monolith is dark. Okay, before anything else, we should go make a battery. Actually, wait. Okay, I have like 31 scrap. We're good for a battery and then some. Oh, true. This is probably one of the... Wait. Oh. I might want to make some drones later, but for now, let's just get a battery. That's the other one. Thank you. That's pure dumb luck. Once I finish up here, we can follow the tracks and be done. Besides, you're forgetting it's XP whenever I light up one of these things. Okay, there's a piece here that's very obviously broken. That's the other cylinder. Primary terminal, select secondary terminal. Ooh, I heard there's something we can do with weather adjustment, so... Increase weather adjustment machine power. Primary terminal. Local power terminal. Current local power destination. Planetary orientation maintenance. Select local power destination. We want to send it to Roberto containment. Garbage terminal. What if I tell it to return? Huge pile of scrap. Score! That's pretty much my scrap doubled. Okay, now the next place we have to go is the False Mountain. A skeleton moseys up to you wearing a leather vest, chaps, and a ranger-style felt hat, bleached white by long years in the sun. He also has a tin star on his lapel that says Texas Ranger. He glares at you with suspicion in his eye sockets, but doesn't say anything. He's missing his jaw, so he probably can't even hiss like most skeletons. Hey, what's up? You're a long way from home. Skeleton apparently decides he's interested in you and turns to continue on his way. And let's offer assistance. Hey, wait. You're hunting for somebody, right? Maybe I can help. Well, Skeleton considers this and pulls an ancient and faded wanted poster from his vest pocket. Looks like he's after some bandit leader named Dirty Jim Deeks, who, based on the date in the poster, has probably been dead for at least 50 years. On the trail a real long time, huh? Skeleton nods with steel in his eyes. Eye sockets. Let's do this. What follows is a long montage of you and a ranger tracking down various bandit groups and twisting arms, and occasionally busting heads to find someone related to Dirty Jim Deeks. Eventually, the two of you locate his grandson, Trashy Mike Deeks, who, under great duress and fear of a busted head, tells you where Dirty Jim is buried. When you arrive, the skeletal bandit is sitting on his own gravestone with a board from the lid of his coffin across his knees, cleaning and reassembling an old revolver. Hang back. You hang back out of the way as the ranger marches up to Dirty Jim. Dirty Jim nods amicably, also short of jawbone, and the ranger gravely nods in turn and waits for Jimmy to finish with his pistol. After a minute, Dirty Jim peers down the barrel of the gun, seems satisfied, and loads it. Two of them square off in a classic gunfight pose, arms akimbo, hands flexing and ready to grab the iron. A leaf falls from a scraggly graveyard tree, and when it touches the ground, 2 shots ring out. And then Dirty Jim collapses into a pile of loose old bones. The ranger turns and nods to you, touching the brim of his hat in a salute. Salute back, and he tosses you his tin star before collapsing. That's a muscle boost. I don't know where the time squeezer is unless we're about to come across it. I see those eyes. That's probably a bad thing. The snakes in that rock are not going to let you through here. The heck they aren't. Okay. Let's swing the stats in my favor. Thank you. Wait, how much does this guy have? Yeah, we could just one-shot this guy. And we'll just do that again for another instant kill. Be done with it. Shoot up here. You put those snakes the only safe place a snake can be, and a snake grave. There's something strange about these rocks, which we have the stats for. Some of these rocks aren't real. They vanish as soon as you look at them closely. This thing has a job to do and isn't going to take any of your guff. Put that guff right back in the bag and make sure you use it to twist tie so it doesn't get stale. We're just going to banish it. Bye-bye. Huh. We replace it. Pop out the broken cylinder and replace it with the one you found. The machine whirs to life with a riot of blue lights and weird noises. Secondary terminal. So, time squeezer. Increase power. Chrono key, huh? We're going to put this towards Roberto containment. Machine has a small hole in either end and a large flat surface running through the middle. As you're staring at it, trying to figure out what it does, a mouse suddenly runs into the hole on the left. At the same instant, a mouse skeleton skids out the hole on the right. Huh. So if we push the skeleton back through, you slide the skeleton into the right hole and a very confused mouse scurries out a left hole and disappears under the machine. This machine must be some kind of time tube. So... if we put our coal through, we have a massive diamond. You're very proud of this diamond. You've been with it ever since it was a giant lump of coal. Whoa. So what if I send Vibrato Scrap back in time? Pants. Nifty. There's another headband. Nifty. So cheap wine would turn into decent wine. Decent wine turns into fine wine. It comes out a bottle of vinegar. But I can always put it back through for fine wine. Interesting. Let's do one more piece of scrap. It's just giving me headbands now. Now let me see. What I want to do is go back to... I'll check the moonshine still in a bit first. Pitches massive boulder at you. We'll catch it. Manage to catch the boulder, throw it's more like blocking you with your hands instead of your face, and redirecting it to the ground next to you instead of on top of you. Golem seems pretty impressed and runs off laughing. The heck was that about? East Roberto containment is online. West is online. And I turn on the weather thing for good measure. So if I initially... Oh! Good thing I came back. No country for old gods. Whoa. Whatever that was, it felt pretty important. That definitely wasn't here before. This crown-shaped El Vibrato helmet was bestowed on you for a very noteworthy achievement that you don't precisely understand. So... yeah, okay. We'll check the moonshine still. Transponder beeps at you, which points one thing. Treasure or fight? Oh, I guess it's really two things. Anyway, the time it turned out to be a fight. Specifically a fight with a large robot. Leave it alone, I don't care anymore. Jar of moonshine. Take it. You know what? It's only 9:30. We got some time left. Am I forgetting about anything? Ah, right. Rent a mule. Burly, lumberjack-looking fellow has set up a table in the middle of the road with a sign that says, Toll Road, one arm wrestle. He grins widely when he sees you and plants the elbow of his absurdly muscular right arm in the middle of the table. You sit down across from the lumberjack and clasp hands. Not bothering to do the dialogue here, it gets all... Long story short, you eventually manage to force your opponent's arm to the table, and he graciously gestures for you to continue on your journey. How's it going? I'm pretty tickled, by which I mean horrible. My shins are acting up, and my eyebrows are on the frets. And you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I've got to do, but of course the pencil sharpener is broken, so I have to sharpen my pencil by hand with a nail file. And a scorpion got in my coffee and drank half of it. Huh? Did you find my daughter's bracelet yet? Yes, I found it. Wow, thanks a bundle. It's a real tragedy there are so few selfless and kind-hearted people like you in the world willing to do a huge, dangerous favor for a total stranger without any expectation of reward. Yeah, sure. Okay. Is there anything else? Geologist, and how I told you to bring her an interesting rock if you found one. You know what? We've got some time to burn. You want to give a hint on the rock quest? We might as well see if we can do this real quick before I go chasing the train down, because we're at the point where I can go chase the train down. West Pole for rock. Ooh, yeah. Couldn't remember that for some reason. Interesting rock. And foraging. Okay, now we can go to her house. I'll get back to that in a moment. I did in fact find an interesting rock. Oh, this is a very nice sample of raw hermetite? Where'd you find it? At the West Pole. There's a whole bunch of it there. Stacks up in all kinds of weird formations when you poke at it. Yep, that's what stuff does. It's quite magnetic. What's that? Magically magnetic. We arcanogeologists have fun with our words sometimes. Anything else you need? Yes, actually, I found an interesting hextite node in a cave nearby, but I couldn't ship the thing. You prove yourself to be the resourceful type. Think you could collect it for me? Sure thing. I don't need to stand on ceremony. Call me... Okay. But first, let's go back to the West Pole. As soon as I can remember where it was. You know what? I just want to know, how did you find out to tell this rock that? Five piles? With a rumble of shaking earth, the rock rises out of the ground, revealing itself to be the tip of a stone obelisk. A hollow in the center of the obelisk contains a small stone ring. When you take it, the obelisk retracts back into the ground. Decent armor and AP. Yeah, I'm of two minds about this game's love with being cryptic and obscure. On one hand, I get it. This isn't a hideously long game and meant to be replayed a bunch. So being cryptic and forcing you to stick with your choices helps on the replay because, you know, there's always stuff to go back and find. But I'm streaming this, and while I'm not against maybe one day doing another run of this game on stream, I'm not going to do it right now. And it feels like it would take a few runs to figure this stuff out on my own without looking things up, which... Not on stream, man. You ride past a woman who is running along a desert trail on foot. And although I say running, it's a slow run, with an odd loping gait. She's dressed oddly too. No hat, just a thin strip of fabric tied across her forehead, light clothing, and strange soft-looking boots that barely even come up to her ankles. Everything alright? You're running away from something? Something pretty slow? Like maybe a desert tourist there? No, I'm jogging. What? Jogging? I invented it. It's like slow running. Where I come from, we just walk. It's better exercise if you go faster. Not fast enough to actually get away from anything, though. The full-out running wears you out. That isn't as healthy. It's healthier than being eaten by a bear. Look, I'm not being chased by bears. I've never been chased by a bear. Yes, that's obvious. You're alive and not mangled lumps. This is about physical fitness. Bears aren't an issue. Okay, you're right. Thank you. There aren't any bears out here in the desert. Pack of coyotes, though, you'd be in real trouble. This is a very frustrating conversation. They'd tear you to shreds, even without those goofy-looking shoes. Hey, I designed these myself. They are not goofy. All right, I apologize. Fine. Good. You should probably learn to run for real, though, just in case. Ugh, I'll take you up on that right now. She starts to jog away. You're still doing it wrong! I hate you. Goodbye. Check knapsack. Oh, a floating rock, but we apparently can't have it. Ow. It's almost certainly the rock Dr. Morton wants. The rock darts and weaves about. You need to take a sample from it, but you're not sure how best to approach it. With a ridiculous muscle stat. You grab the rock in, well, not a chokehold and not a half Nelson. Let's just say you wrestle it to the ground and extract a slice of it. Hexagonal slab of rock you separated from a different hexagonal slab of rock. Oh, and both of them are weightless in addition to being hexagonal. That's probably the more important adjective now that I think about it. It's uncanny. Alright, let's go hand this in. Infernal lever, but I don't think we have any need for it right now. So I also remembered. There we go. Let's boost first aid while we're at it in case we need to heal. And looking at that rock sample from that old cave. Yep. That's a beauty. Set it over here on my workbench. Carefully examines the stone through a crystal lens while tapping on it with a large engraved silver hammer. Yep, this is the stuff I'm looking for. If my readings of the resonance frequencies are correct, I'm sitting right on top of a prime vein of research material. Or rather, the very similar looking hexite outside my house is. Neat. Very neat. Just one little problem, which is that the secondhand drilling rig I brought didn't come with any actual drill bits. Oh geez, isn't that always the way? That's pretty much my experience, yep. Can't you buy one somewhere? Oh, I could mail order one, sure, then I'd have to wait a couple months for it to arrive, or I could have an adventurous acquaintance of mine check out an abandoned mining site west of here and see if they can scavenge one for me. Yeah, that sounds like a much better plan. Who's your acquaintance? Oh, it's me, isn't it? Yep. Okay, I'm on it. Actually, wait. Look would be the abandoned mine directly west of here, okay. I don't have a crowbar. Huh. Container gets me some stuff. Grab the drill bit. Hey, found the replacement bit yet? Yep. Hey, that's great. A little bit of surface rust, but if my calculations are right, it should do just fine for our purpose. Come on, let's go hook it up right now. She runs excitedly out of the house. lead down to the mining tunnel she just opened. Mining rig is fast. Dr. Morton seems excited to be here. That's crazy fast. See, jeez, you've got lights up here already and everything. Well, while you were out running errands for me, I didn't have much to do except plan this out. Having to fight an anthropomorphosite was not part of my plan, though. What now? The angry stone fellow over there. Boy, what I wouldn't give to be able to examine one of those up close. Unfortunately, getting smashed into a pulp would probably hurt my chances of getting tenure. I'll see what I can do. Oh, hey. We can touch this. This tunnel is conveniently 80% as tall as you. I need 15 speed. I need some way to gain 4 speed in a hurry. I think I have some coffee or something. Yeah, you know what? If I drink 2 of them? Speed is 17. That should be enough. And if I touch this thing, I explode the guy without having to fight him. Oh, that's an extremely interesting rock. Isn't it incredible? This will definitely get me into history books, or at least get my research paper into an important archaeogeology journal. Thanks so much for your help. Oh, it's nothing. I'll be giving you an assistant credit when I publish, of course. I'd like to give you a more material reward, but I spent most of the grant money on the drilling rig. How about this? I don't need this hextite sample anymore. Maybe you could wear it as a hat. Great if I was a spellcaster. That's close enough. This thing looks dangerous. You know what? Let's go ahead and check the false mountain again real quick. Because it's early in the stream yet, and I've got some time to goof off before I go finish things. Just out of curiosity. Am I forgetting anything? Nope. And now, just to be super safe, make sure it's still on Roberto containment, though we probably fixed that by now. Actually, what the heck does happen if I throw in old stick of dynamite? This stick of dynamite has been aged to unstable perfection. It's not too dangerous to carry around, but definitely packs a bigger punch than normal dynamite. Hooray! You know what? Let's just go ahead and make a whole bunch of these. How much dynamite am I carrying? Okay, there we go. Well, I charged it, so... Where's the time squeezer so I can go do stuff with it? Also, excuse me, drink time. I did. I turned the time squeezer online already. I mean, I can decrease time, or that just turns it off. Ah, I see. Power offline. Pipeline corruption detected. I see nothing to do here. Put on Roberto to be safe. That'd be Ford unnecessary for this part of the game. Should I communicate with the random gobbo? I adjustable shield? Oh, hello! That key-shaped vibrato device hums as you approach the floating window and peer through. Through it, you see a busy city street. Metal vehicles you can't identify move past at an unimaginable speed. The window is thankfully far from any road travel. Every 15 seconds or so, a strange metal and glass rectangle, about 6 inches by 3 inches, falls past the view of the window, and you hear a man's voice shouting, "Crap!" Okay, we'll grab it. You snatch the rectangle, and view through the window is replaced with static. What a nice rectangle. Weird. You don't know what this little rectangle of glass and metal with the blinking lights and the strange sigils is, but you know having it makes you better than other people. It's a smartphone. Okay, so that window's done. You know what, let me just check something out of idle curiosity. West Pole, Alexandria Ranch, Fort Darkness, and Snake Spring. Okay. Let's get this stuff. I can dig a thing up with my shovel. You step through it. Camp Crystal Dream. Strange metal conveyance has a sign reading "Bitchin" on the back. On a seat inside, you find a gun. You think. Newfangled pistol. This is fairly obviously a gun, but it's unlike any gun you've ever seen before. You don't have to cock it, and there's not even a cylinder. And the rain suddenly stops. Finally, something you recognize, though you've never seen a sunk stagecoach before. Why is the background going crazy? Really nice cowboy hat. If there was a museum of cowboy hats, this one would be the area with the highest security. Across the board damage boost. Cool. It's a strange metal man. What's he holding? It's a ring, or at least a ring-shaped object. It's not so much a glowing ring as a ring made out of glow. It's almost insubstantial, but the energy it contains is undeniably palpable, so don't try to deny it. You approach the sarcophagus. The top has long since crumbled to dust, and it is empty. Wait, no, it isn't empty. There's a jawbone. A very small pillow. You bend down for a closer look and hear a very faint whisper. I beg your pardon? I'm sorry? You lean even closer. You still can't hear it. Pick it up. Well, this seems kind of rude, but so's leaving without hearing what it has to say. Pick up the bone and hold it to your ear. Come on, please speak up. Hold it even closer. Stick it in your ear. You jam the jawbone as far in your ear as you can. Stick your finger in the other ear. You jam your finger in your other ear, close your eyes and listen as hard as you can, and... Undying. Hi, Ed! What? Undying. Okay. Oh, is that our Mr. Accessory? Okay, that's pretty good. You put the jawbone back in the sarcophagus, and in doing so, notice something yellow hidden under the pillow. Grab it as a reward for your patience. And that is straight up a boost over what we have already, so thank you. So let me see. We did West Pole. It's Alexandria, Fort of Darkness. You see a woman browsing through a book as she strolls along a garden path. There's a booming noise in the distance and she looks up. Then a burst of static and the scene repeats. Oh, I can save her. What the? What? Quite a rescue. What the hell just happened? What did you do? Saved your life. Don't mention it. All a day's work. Where's my house? As best as I can work out, the commander of the nearby army fort got cabin fever and went on a paranoid rampage. You just happen to be in range of their guns. So that's what the soldier was trying to worry about. Assume he meant goblins or something. I'm sorry. Well, but how am I alive? I just happened to see you through a time rift and pulled you through just before the explosion. Don't ask me to explain that. Okay. Also, you're probably a couple of years out of date. How long has it been for you since the cows came home? Since the what now? Hoo, boy, you have a lot of catching up to do. Well, I can't do it in a pile of rubble. What am I going to do? Oh, all my lovely books. Well, speaking of books, there's a town called Dirtwater. Sounds charming. Plenty of space there, and they could use a library or bookstore or something. Okay. Suppose it's better than living in a crater, and some of these volumes look salvageable. Alright, I'll head there directly. See you later. Fort of Darkness, and then Snake Spring. Yep. You see nothing but rocks in every direction. Every direction except slightly down and to the left. What you see when you see two menacing, hairy men fighting. Wait, they're not fighting. They're taking turns bonking each other on the head with clubs. But they're smiling and giggling. In the window, you can just barely reach the shoes of the one on the left. Yeah, let's grab them. Grab the man's shoes, which make him giggle even louder. As soon as the shoes pass through the window, it snaps to static. It's a pretty good muscle boost. Okay, now we have to remember where the hell Snake Spring was. One of the earlier areas. Yeah, I'm confused now. It looks like, well, whatever. We've done the big thing with getting the Mr. Accessory and saving the one person. Let's go check the store in Dirtwater. Oh, good! We finished the town! First of all, what did you do? Very amusing synchronicity occurred. Have you met the charming young lady who runs the bookshop next door? The very day she moved in, I received a package from a contact of mine. Mysterious painting. Did you care to see it? Interesting. Let's see what you got. Looks just like you in your nightmares. Oh, why not? Well, again, thank you for telling me about this place. The locals have been very welcoming. Glad to hear it. You never really thanked you properly for saving my life, so thank you. Well, I still don't really understand what happened. I think I could explain it if I tried. Welcome. Interest you in a book? Take a look. I don't really think we have any reason for any of this. Yeah, well, actually, excuse me a moment. I forgot to cover my bird. There we go. That should calm him down. It's his bedtime. Anyway, at this point, I think we've basically done everything we'd want or need to. It's time to finish this. Let's go follow those train tracks. These are telltale signs of a train robbery. You jump onto No Name's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on No Name's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a real badass, just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. Looks like Susie decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman, so you're on your own until you get back to Frisco. Whew. This also reminds me... Do you have any hardtack? Let's eat that. Spurts, we've been over this, not now. There we go. I've buffed myself up as much as we can hope for right now. Let's kick some ass. They're leaning down into the train car below. Oh, why not? I have max safe cracking. A cargo car key. You're feeling neither fair nor square. Take the train back by force. Where's my dynamite? Now we can probably just... we probably could have just killed him on the spot. Well, you've kicked this whole Norton problem down the road a ways. I mean, down the train a ways. I mean, you're in ways further down the roof of the train. Oh, good. Somebody has built a rickety-ass bridge between these train cars. That's all very safe and not panic-inducing at all. Look angry and confused. Okay, we're going to want a one-shot because guns are a problem for me. Wait, it's 9 on each of them. That means I could just do this. That's another key. Find the gap. Okay, we have the key so we can push through here. Never wanted to anything more in your life than you want to lift up this dome and see what's under it. But you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise required to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Oh, I can. Et voila! Oh, it's just a cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? Not good to eat, but it's very aerodynamic. This table looks like it got jostled around some kind of scuffle, but the flowers are still standing. Oh, wait. Here's Norton. Yeah, I'll clear a shot from him if you want to throw the pie at him. And I do. Cool. Here, better read that note on the wall first. Nicely scrolled note. Note says, I've hidden the key to the forward passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, the train murderer. P.S. Come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want a murdering. Okay. You open the door of first passenger compartment. The sole occupant is a little boy about 10 years old wearing a blue suit and knickerbockers. Oh, hello, sir. Something wrong? Nothing you don't need to worry about, kid. I'm on the trail of a bad guy. Do you mean a murderer, sir? I'm pretty sure there's one in this train, and they don't call me the world's greatest detective for nothing. What's your name, kid? Probably shouldn't say, sir. There might be a copyright thing. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. Just let me ask you one question, and then then you should lock your door after I'm going. Oh, this is going to be annoying. What would you like to know? Are you on the roof of the train? Excuse me? Murderer left a note saying he'd be on the roof of the train. Are you? No, sir. I'm in my passenger compartment. Right. Good. That'll be all. You open the door to the second passenger compartment and look inside. There's a portly man in the dapper gray suit with a tiny, meticulously whacked mustache and not, I'd like to clarify, an enormous bushy one. Excusez-moi, is there some way I might be of assistance? Excuse me. Can I adjust my glasses a bit? Sorry to bother you, but there's a murderer on the loose and I'm checking the passenger compartments. This is very serious, so allow me to for you the use of my little gray cells. I don't know what that means. But no, thank you. Let me just ask you a question. Certainly, I'm at your service. You on the roof of the train? The roof of the train right now? That's right. No, I'm here in conversation with you. Good, that's all. Check inside. You open the door of the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. Since the murderer said that he was going to be on the roof of the train, that means he could be in his passenger compartment. Since there's no one inside his passenger compartment, whoever the compartment belonged to can only, by process of elimination, be on the roof. Which means the person who rented this compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find here is the luggage ticket, though. It has the number 3 on it. Well, let's go see the fourth person anyway. The only passenger in this compartment is a middle-aged woman who is writing something in a notebook. She looks up as you enter and greets you with a friendly northeastern accent. Well, hello, is there something you need, dear? Sorry to bother you, ma'am, and I don't want to alarm you, but there's a murderer on board the train and I'm investigating. Murder on a train? My goodness, that would be a wonderful premise for my next novel. Sure, why not? Anyway, I just need to ask you one question. Go right ahead, dear. According to my evidence, the murderer is on the roof of the train. Are you on the roof of the train? No. No, dear? Alright, thank you for your time. Would you like a meat pie? They're homemade. No thanks. Just have a look at this train card before you go. Goodbye. Was this all just a shit post? But we do have the passenger... I forgot to read that, but we have the passenger car key. We're good now. It's the train murderer, as advertised. Their pockets, they're empty except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag is number 3. Find the gap. Finally make it to the passenger car. One car back from the locomotive, which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say the engine, except that also refers to the engine itself. That is, the actual steam engine that makes the train go, and not just the frontmost car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly, Norton clambers in the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it. He runs into the frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk. Maybe you could get some of the passengers to help break the door down and arrest him. Maybe you just kick the door down and shoot him until he can't bother anybody anymore. Up to you. This guy is totally franticking, which has a word I just made up the means for frantic in a frantic panic. Everyone else is ignoring him as hard as they can. Except us. Hey buddy, you okay? It's all a lie. We're never going to get to Frisco. Frisco probably doesn't even exist. They've been testing to see how long we can survive on complimentary peanuts and bottled water. Now they're driving us to the desert for some kind of government camp. They're going to use our organs to fuel alien flying machines. Snap him out of it. Violently so. What? Oh, sorry. I guess I lost it for a second there. Feel better? Well, yes and no. Listen, we're going to get to Frisco, but first we've got to bust into the locomotive up front and arrest a crazy guy. I need some volunteers. Okay, I'm in. If I have to sit here doing nothing for much longer, I'll probably flip out again. Cool. Professorial-looking guy is frowning at a sheet of paper and occasionally scribbling on it with a pencil and then erasing what he just wrote. Excuse me, can you help me with something? Sorry, I'm busy. Ask my wife or my daughter. God knows she could do with something to keep her occupied. What are you working on? It's quite academic. I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Try me. If you must know, I'm a scholar of foreign antiquities, attempting to resolve the ancient conundrums from the Far East. Shows you a sheet of paper covered with little boxes, some of which has numbers on them. He has a crossword puzzle, which we will now solve for him. Oh, it's Sudoku. My little brother thinks they're for babies. What? Look, this box can't be a 3 or a 7 because you got those there and there. So it has to be a 4, which means it's 5 here and 9 here. And if that's 9 here, then this can't be. So it's a 7, and that one's a 2. Quickly fill in the rest of the puzzle. Well, damn it. What fun is it if you just solve it for me? Sorry. Will help me break down the door to the engine and arrest the Emperor? Well, there's nothing better to do now. Cool. This woman just ignores you. This woman is focusing on her knitting and ignoring the general commotion. She must have been knitting the whole trip because the scarf she's made could accommodate a whole marching band. Wait. Is that supposed to be the scarf and not just a yarn ball? Is it that big? Excuse me, ma'am. Whatever it is, I want no part of it. I keep myself to myself and I have no desire to get involved. Thank you very much. Come on, this is important. A crazy guy stole the train and I need help arresting him or you'll never get to Frisco. I'm sure everything will sort itself out in the end, and in the meantime, I have plenty of wool. You pick up the far end of her scarf and pull on the trailing length of yarn, 3 or 4 rows unravel. Here now, just what do you think you're doing? Lady, are you going to help me arrest that nut in the driver's compartment? Or are we going to find out the answer to that age-old question, how long is this piece of string? All right. Anything to get off this train and away from you faster. Okay, good. This overweight man in a 3-piece suit and bowler hat is probably a banker or something. His eyes are closed and his posture is relaxed, but a clench of his jaw betrays his aggravation. Hi, excuse me? Yes, what is it? A crazy jerk is calling himself Emperor Norton and has hijacked the train, and I need volunteers to help me bust down the door and arrest him. I see, and will you help me? No, I'd rather not. That sounds quite strenuous, perhaps even dangerous. Come on, please. No, I don't think so. I'm quite comfortable here, and I prefer to avoid stress. Pretty please? Again, no, I'm supposed to avoid things that might raise my blood pressure. Pretty please with sugar on top? Sugar is one of those things. Pretty please with gravy on top. Gravy is another. Look, just please leave me alone. Please, 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 no. Please, 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 no. Please, 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 stop that. Please, please, please. I said no, stop asking. You're really getting on my nerves. Please, 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 please. I'll stop asking if you say yes. No, damn it. Please, 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 please. All right, God, fine. I'll help. Just leave me alone. This man is too busy ignoring her daughter to not ignore you. The little girl is peering out the window of the train, clearly bored out of her mind. Hi there, busy? No, all my toys and friends are in her luggage and it's boring and I hate it. Do you want to help me out with something really important? Like what? Well, a bad guy took over the engine car and I need some people to help me break down the door and arrest him. Mister, I'm just a little girl. Hey now, that's not a good attitude. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do anything just because you're a girl. But, okay, yeah, we'll bust that crook's face in. Oh, that's the spirit, but you gotta pay me in advance. Geez, you're learning a little too fast. Alright, what do you want? I like stuffed animals. We have the big ones. How about a teddy bear? She's great. Okay, mister, say a word and we'll show that jerk what for. Awesome. This lady is flipping through a book titled Birds of the Western Territory. Since most of the place is desert, it's not a very long book. Excuse me, ma'am? Yes? Crazy Psycho has taken over the train's engine car and I need volunteers to help break down the door and arrest him. Oh my, I certainly couldn't be of any help with that. I'm very conflict averse. What if I told you he hate birds and is determined to outlaw them from the territory after he seizes power? That's very sly, but I know you're only saying that because you saw the book I was reading. Yeah, you got me there. Other ideas to convince me? Suddenly you hear tapping at the passenger car window. What the? Russell? You open the window and your pet crow Russell flaps in and perches on your shoulder. Hey buddy, good to see you. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crow. And he knows you? Oh sure, me and Russell go way back. Right buddy? I rescued him from a cat when he was only just out of the nest and raised him as a pet. I set him free when I left home recently. We did that at the very start of the game. Well, what is he doing here? Has he been following you since then? No. He probably just happened to be flying by and spotted me on the roof of the train and recognized me. Crows are crazy smart like that. It's amazing. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have an avian friend like that. Well, I'm still going to be doing a lot of traveling after this, I figure, so I can't really drag Russell along with me. But I bet Russell wouldn't mind being pals with a nice lady in Frisco who helped save the train. What do you think, Russ? Russell calls again and flaps over to perch next to the lady. Lightly pecks at her shoulder in a friendly manner. Goodness, how could I refuse? It's a pleasure to meet you, Russell. Name's Annabelle. Awesome. Let me know when we're ready. We have everyone, so, let's do this. You pound on the door of the locomotive, or engine car, or cab, or whatever. Open up, Norton. No. Alright, then I'm coming in. Yeah, you and what army, tough guy? You glance back at the passengers. Me and this army. You and the passengers break down the door very impressively, though it would have been even better if you had some torches and those old-fashioned rakes. Norton is backed up into a corner in the engineer's compartment, next to the engineer, who looks over his shoulder at you and shrugs. So-called Emperor Norton, you're under arrest for the crime of being a total ass. That's not illegal. It is when I'm in town. Everybody grab him, except you, Mr. Engineer. I can see you're busy driving the train. Right. Actually, if you can turn around and head back to Frisco at the next station, that'd be great. Was he just driving it the whole time? Like, he never thought, just turn around and go back? No problem. Look, out, let go. This isn't over. You haven't earned the last of me. Tell that to the judge, Norton. The prison judge. You did it. Thanks, boss. No problem. We got the track laid up right to the station now. First ever cross-territory railroad, thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you. Did a real good job, Larry Scott. Ah, shucks, don't mention it. So I could probably just go into the station now. One-way train, so there's no sense in going there now. Tin Tramp, yep. That's good old Brass Bison. It's your partner. Made it. We got all the way west. Surely did. Thanks for having me along, Larry. It's been a good times by and large. Ah, heck, Susie. Are you fixing to split on me? No, I got no particular pressing business. Stick around till you're finished. Whatever it is that you're doing. High five. Actually, what does she think I should do next? Saved a heck of a job. Looks like you saved the day and everything. Could have done it without you, Susie. Come on, let's go check out the final cutscene. I'm sure there's a happy ending. Love a happy ending. Well, I'm sure there's stuff we missed, but we've basically done everything we could at this point, so yeah, game over, dudes. So what triggers that last cutscene? Just keep going. Oh, okay, we can go in here. Looks like somebody on that train got a job as a projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented as nobody figured out they can charge from yet. No, doing this will not change anything about the world of your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll be right here and you can keep playing if you want. But we're done. Show me the final cutscene. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out. The consequences of their actions, like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived, people coming from all over to seek their fortunes. But thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. Oh, cool. With the railroad completed and Norton ousted, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed to grow up an infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. The idea of city life didn't appeal to Susie much. After you and she parted ways, she moved down the peninsula a ways and settled a Cowsbane farm, still fighting a good fight in her way. Thanks to you... Oh, the DLC has an ending part. Thanks to you, Gun Manor reopened and delighted tourists for centuries. I guess it would have been better if we managed to do it properly, but I screwed things up. After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Louise moved to Frisco and opened her own shop specializing in artisanal breads and pies. Oh, there we go. Kurtz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. Growth was entirely due to word of mouth, because the first rule of Kurtz Fit is that you cannot stop talking about Kurtz Fit. I think Kurtz Fit is supposed to be just a parody of CrossFit. Each time you start a new run, you find a special shot glass. What's it based off? Is it class dependent? Like if I hit one clear for each class? Kurtz till it hurts. Oh, they're not playing the music. Oh, the XP for drinking? Cool. Does that mean I get to start with it? With your help, the professor gained enough knowledge about El Vibrato technology to start building his own. He opened a very successful consumer technology store in Frisco, and for decades people spent all their time staring at little computers in their hands instead of talking to one another. He invented the iPhone. That's great. Buffalo Bill retired from the Killin trade and made a Killin open a restaurant in Frisco. Does it involve Wild Wings? I called it. In fact, it's Buffalo, Wild Wings. That's just... Okay. You solved all of Redwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and the broken hitching posts. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade on the buttery biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. He even managed to get that horse into rehab. You know, I think I haven't checked anything except the mayor's house when I was there. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. A wandering band of goblins found that Vibrato weather machine you unearthed and formed a cult around it. Due to the increased rainfall, both Olive's garden and her marriage were extremely prolific. She had cactus kids. The implications of this worry me. Chuck continued on his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. Should have got the windows fixed, though. You won 4 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that Larry fella came through here? Yeah, he was really, really good at this game. Do we have any more root beer? With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build the town nearby, but once they did, hoo-wee! Well, this guy's excited. Dirtwater became, relatively speaking, a thriving metropolis. Thanks to your efforts as a commerce ambassador and all-around helpful stranger, the once sleepy town became a shining oasis in barren land. Every man, woman, and child in the town knew your name. You even put up a little plaque with your name on it in your old room at the Jewel. The one thing we missed is I think it's possible to get a band together, which we didn't do. That probably would have made the ending a bit better. As for you, after your adventure, you sailed into Frisco and brought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to seek your fortunes. Unfortunately, you ended up your adventure nearly penniless. Oh well, maybe Rufus can find somebody else to look up to. I wonder what would have happened if I just sold a bunch of junk and racked up a lot of meat before I beat the game. Wonder if that would have changed this. Oh, yep, there's my Pope hat. The Gun Manor photo. The El Vibrato crown. That one weird hippie hat I got hold of. The spittoon. A pile of bones because I have unlimited bones. In 1906, all the remaining cows in the west was simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic single-minded herd. Fortunately, since you somehow managed to trap Duke Bovicius on this side of the ground and cleanse yourself of the bovine blood taint, your army of cows had nobody to lead them. They thundered east in a chaotic mess. The disorganized herd never even made it to a human settlement. Thanks to your cleverness, the world is not destroyed 420 years later. On the contrary, it remains undestroyed for millennia. Future generations don't know that they should thank you, but they definitely should. That whole quest line was weird. Thanks for playing. I'll leave the credits up for a while and just slowly click through them. I'm not going to read every name and thing. So, it sounds like you've played this game a few times, Alden. Any thoughts? Yeah, again, I understand the game's tendency to be cryptic as a replayability thing, but for streaming, where I'm not going to stream this game a dozen times back to back, so that's kind of a but. Still, I really did enjoy this. I'm hoping he does more stuff. Supposedly there might be another DLC so that the Desolate Lonesome Coast actually has some DLC on it. Or he was just joking when he said that. The end. If you enjoy playing West of Loathing, you might also enjoy our free browser-based game, The Kingdom of Loathing, which I actually used to play this back in the day. I've even done a couple loops of it. I told myself one day when I got West of Loathing, one day I might get back into it. For anyone else watching or who catches the VOD, I will note, if you like this game's weird sense of humor, Kingdom of Loathing is very much a lot more of that. It is a very silly game. Anyway, it's about 10:30. I usually go to 11. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm calling this done. Thing's going to crud out. Let's see who's online and find somebody to raid. I'm just going to call it a bit early. Some announcements while I'm here. Tomorrow, I'm going to set myself up, see if I can stream Northgard tomorrow night. It's a very unique real-time strategy game. Should be fun to watch. Next week, I am planning to start the game Control, which I played a little of before. I found it interesting. It's another story-based game. Should be fun. Hopefully won't take hideously long. Though I am debating if I want to start alternating my games between weeks. I'm not sure what the other game would be right now, though. Anyway, who's doing something interesting? Interesting. You know what? Hungry Ria here is playing Ultima 5. That's a real classic. Let's go say hi. I'll see everyone later.